And I know we're going to come to her later, but dude, even if you swear you don't like ice skating, when you watch AL do her thing, tell me she's skating. She's not. She's having fun. She's out there straight clowning. She's proving she's from the Bay. She is beast mode on ice, just having a good time. And if you ever watch Marshawn on the sideline, losing or not, he was always, just in his thing, just having a good time, right? She's having a good time. So many of my friends are from the Bay because that's Bay Area mentality. And no matter what, we're going to have a good time. Watching her do that, I feel that's what we want to bring out of people. Just go be yourself, go have fun, don't overthink the tech. We will take care of the tech stuff for you, and then you just go out there and present the best you that you can be. And I think that's why she was untouchable, because she wasn't worried about the medal. She just went to go have fun, and then through her having fun, she dragged all of us into it. We were all staring at her like, oh my goodness. Hey, maybe I want to do my scalping stripes.
Well, if you want to have some fun, you can see how it works for yourself by starting a free trial at the link in the show notes, and you can use code BenjiTV15 for 15% off your first month. Again, you can go to the link in the show notes, start the trial, and use code BenjiTV15 for 15% off your first month. Thank you so much to Doc for being on the show, and for Ecamm Live for sponsoring the show, which of course gets us to the story of Alyssa Liu. One of the things that was amazing to me, Alyssa, for those who, again, we're not watching the Olympics, Alyssa was a American figure skater that really has a comeback story, is one way of putting it. Is that fair to say, in terms of like the way you would put it? How would you describe her story, Benji? Because you were kind of talking to me about it the other day.
All right, you want me to just tell her story?
Go for it, yeah.
And what's her name, by the way?
Alyssa Liu.
Alyssa Liu, okay?
Technically, we should say Liu, but all of my friends who are in the camp, I have about 50 friends that are Liu, and they're like, you know what, we just accept either one at this point because I'm getting tired of trying to change.
Right.
Well, there we go, Liu then.
No, I'm all about honoring the proper pronunciation. Alyssa Liu, okay? She is a Chinese American female skater. Her father escaped China during the time when there was a lot of turmoil. We'll just leave it at that. Comes to America and basically raises 5 kids, I think, on his own. I can't say for sure, but she becomes an ice skater. And she is training. He sees a talent in her, so he's paying for the best coaches, training every single day. But what happened was, and this happens with a lot of, I think, Asian kids. I feel like maybe other minorities, maybe anyone that like is trying to be a high performer, but I can speak as an Asian, like for sure, this is like an Asian parent thing. You are forcing success. Even if there's talent there, even if there's good work ethic, you're just like, you need to be perfect. You need to be even better. You need to be a champion.
I can confirm that.
So yeah, Alyssa, right?
Yes.
Alyssa
Yes.
Gets to the point where she's competing on the world stage with ice skating. She's winning championships, but she gets to the Olympics, I believe, in 2018, and she gets 6th place. Okay. Kind of devastating for her because, again, the pressure. She, her dad's known to have fired gold medal winning coaches multiple times. She wasn't really happy. She was forced not to eat a lot, to be skinny, to, train a certain way. So comes the next Olympics, and I guess, again, like there's the lockdowns, COVID. She quits for 2 years, basically. She's like, you know what? I'm burnt out. She was, I don't know if she was truly using it the right way. I think maybe she was. When you're competing at that elite level, her mind was like that. She like completely quit something that she did love. For 2 years, she lives her life, explores the world. And what's interesting, and this is, by the way, another secret for creators to get out of burnout and to get in the flow again. She just, not even ice skating, she went skiing, I believe. And she felt like, you know what, this is fun. Like she was out in the snow, it's a little bit like ice skating, it's just like on 2 flat surfaces, just on the snow or whatever. And so she goes to an ice rink and she starts skating again. And she said she loved it, but it was different because she was doing it for herself. She had new rules now. She's like, hey, I'm going to do this on my own terms. You're not going to tell me what to eat. I'll eat what I want. And I'm going to always make sure I'm having fun doing it. You can clearly see a difference. First off, she's got like like, I don't know, not even leopard. She looks like a reverse zebra hair girl. She's got piercing.
Meerkat.
Yeah, she got a piercing on her teeth. Okay. And it's funny because it's not like I look at anyone, including a female athlete, and judge their body, but you can tell she's not shaped like the other athletes. Okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all because she wins gold. But the point is this, she's doing it on her own terms. But what's most significant, she did it with a smile. She was having fun. This is unlike what you see with many high-performing athletes because it's so serious. The biggest difference was when she was competing in the past, and she says this, it was forced, and she didn't really enjoy it. Now she's having fun, and she's just having the time of her life. And even before she gets a score, she's not celebrating because she thought she won. She's celebrating because she just was loving what she was doing. She was ecstatic the whole way through. And long story short, if you haven't seen it, she won gold medal. And that celebration was through and through. I believe she would have still enjoyed it, even if she had made a mistake, even if, like she didn't
100%.
get the good scores. So that alignment. And I think that for me, by the way, that's her story. My big takeaway for creators. I mean, this is called the Creator Secrets podcast, so I always have to talk about what is the takeaway for creators. Because I really believe, for me, this is the most powerful story. When you're having fun, the creative magic is always way more powerful.
Yeah.
It just always is. So set aside the fundamentals that give you the skills, gives you the ability, gives you the confidence, right? Having fun is like the ingredient in the recipe that is most elusive for most people. This is why the whole cliche term of like follow your fun is so important, because in this case, that's what she did. That was the missing element that made her performance. I'm not even a big fan of ice skating. I loved every second of her performance. I was like, wow, there is something different about this girl. And when she was done, she was all, like dancing around. She's hugging her coaches. Again, before she even knew the scores, she probably like had an idea like, oh, that's going to be pretty good. But that's how I like to see creators.
Yeah.
In fact, my wife probably, again, shout out to her, #1 example of what a creator can do to never be burnt out, be consistent, and be the greatest, version of herself. She always makes sure she's having fun. And if she's not having fun, she just doesn't do it.
Yeah, Doc. I mean, you seemed excited about Alyssa's performance as well. You agree with Benji? You think that is that what excited you about her performance, or is there another angle that you take into it?
Dude, there's so many angles. Like, there's so many great stories in this. #1, something that most people don't understand, they haven't figured out quite yet. Her dad was here by himself. He was working. He's a doctor, and he was 40. And he was like, yo, I kind of want to have kids, but I ain't trying to get married. I just want to have kids. He got a surrogate. So he got 5 kids through surrogate. Like, you hear about females doing that. You don't normally hear about dudes who did that. So that's already in itself crazy. Again, being counterculture and doing the things that was so opposite what everyone expected of her, like, piercing your frenulum, not her teeth, but I'll let you slide pierce. Yeah, I went to med school.
I mean, it looks like her teeth. It looks like her teeth are pierced.
So underneath your tongue, you have that little thing that holds it to the bottom.
Yeah.
Right. That's the frenulum at the bottom, and then the labial frenulum is the one at the top. If you pull your lip out, you look up there, you'll see there's a little line.
Right.
Yeah, that's where it is.
But it's just on her teeth. It looks like it, or whatever.
It
It's
looks
gnarly.
like it. 100%.
It's gnarly.
It's 100%. But just that is so opposite of that stodgy sport, And she was like, yo, I'm going to make it punk rock. And I think the reason why it's so funny to me is I have always been, since he's been #2 his whole life, I've always been a fan of Marshawn, even when it was him in AP, even before he became a Raider. I just thought it was dope that here was a guy that wasn't going to let the sports make him do what they want him to do. He was going to maintain his Bay Area hyphy thing. During the time that he was playing, I was very much in my hyphy DJ movement. So it was like all about it. And I did that in my own career. Like, I never wanted to do exactly what everybody told you to do. And in the beginning of YouTube, I started in 06. Like, I came to YouTube right after it switched from being a dating app. And I didn't know all of these rules and stuff about niching and all this other stuff. Because in the beginning, it wasn't like that. You just randomly posted things. But around about 2012, I said, okay, I'm going to do this for real, because a bunch of my friends who were podcasting, who were in Mac space, were starting to make channels and just trying to be more like business minded about it. And at that time, I was heavy in the tech space and tech journalism. I was working for AOL at the time, writing for a blog called the Unofficial Apple Weblog. And so I started to get a little bit serious about my YouTube channel, and I really went from 50 subscribers to 1,000 relatively quickly. Then it hit a brick wall. Why? Because I started jumping all over the place and trying to do too many things at too many times. And I realized people can't decide what to come to you about if they don't know what to come to you about. And yes, I'm a multifaceted person. I have tons of hobbies, things that will blow your mind. He's like, I can't believe you're into that. But I was like, I'm going to go have fun, but I am going to pick one thing. And that one thing I'm going to pick is to try to get everybody to stop being scared to come to YouTube. Because at the time, I was trying to drag all of my friends to YouTube. So I had knee surgery, and I was in the hospital, and I was watching this video. And one of the first videos I saw was from Nick Nimmin and Daniel Batal, and they were talking about how live was starting to make a comeback on YouTube. Now, this is circa 2019. And, it's like, doing live stream. I had already been doing live streams, but to Justin TV and to Ustream platform back in the day. So I'm like, well, I have all of that gear. I could do that, and I don't have to spend so much time editing. This ought to be good. And so right after that, I'm in the hospital. The next feed, I get some dude named Sean and some dude named Benji talking about doing videos on YouTube and being consistent and paying attention. And then I bought this book. It's right there. I just can't reach it. Then I bought this book because I had it delivered to the hospital, and I legit read that book in the hospital. So it's kind of funny. When I saw Benji in Seattle, I was like, yeah, you're kind of a problem, dude, because that's why I do YouTube now, was I was recovering from my knee surgery, and I read that book, and I'm like, I'm going all in. And the thing about it, though, I read everything you guys said, but I go, but one thing they can't take out of me, they're not taking the doc out of me. I got to stay me. And I said, I'm going to just have fun. I'm not going to sweat the numbers. I'm not going to get stuck on vanity metrics. I'm just going to just do what I do and do it the best I can and give as much as possible. And I immediately went from about 1,300 subscribers to 20,000.
Wow.
Just by letting go, Elsa, and just being myself. So it's funny, this full circle that we sit here again. I tell everybody I got onto Ecamm because of Pat Flynn and a girl named Diana Gladney. And then I went hard back onto YouTube as a real deal Holyfield thing because of YouTube Secrets. And I swear I saw a couple of those. I saw Owen Video was talking to Heavy back in the game. And these are all people that I talk to on a regular basis now. But just really wild that, I just happened to be watching those videos. And Tim Schmoya, my buddy Tim.
Wow.
Tim was making a lot of videos back in the day about it. And I should just watch all of this stuff. And it's like, okay, I'm going in. I'm going to do this YouTube thing. But it's not going to take me away from me. And so that's what I love so much about her, is she's maintaining herself. Because Benji said it, it's so hard to be somebody else, bro.